good?
What's up, guys? We're about to review Insidious, The Red Door. So, Sal?
All right, so this movie just came out in theaters July 7th, 2023. And this is going to be basically the fifth installment of the Insidious chapters. I say the Insidious chapters because, as we all know, it's also part of the Conjuring
Universe.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But now, to get things straight, this is technically the movie that goes after part 2 of Insidious.
Yep. It goes after the second movie, and 3 and 4 are prequels to 1 and 2 and the fifth one. So it kind of flows real nicely there. Been a while since the first, second Insidious, but in the movie, this takes place 10 years after the second movie. Dalton's now 18 or whatever, so it kicks off with him actually going off to college.
Yep.
And, basically all his memories kind of resurfacing about what happened in the first and second movie, which also resurfaces the other world, which is the further.
Yep.
And that just spirals out of control. Obviously, all these different spirits pop out and everything, and that's what our movie's pretty much about.
Yeah. Trying to keep it low because it's a lot of spoilers.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps if you watch the other movies beforehand, but if you don't, believe me, you're going to enjoy the movie just as much. I mean, because you're watching the movie like, what's going on?
Yeah, I was actually telling Sal, honestly, if you haven't seen the first and second one, you might actually enjoy it even more because it does give you flashbacks in the movie. Again, not trying to spoil it or anything, but it does give you some flashbacks here and there. And basically, it's like, okay, you're having this mystery feel of what are these flashbacks, what's going on, while also enjoying the story. So it's kind of, you get different emotions in the movie if you haven't seen the first two. But if you have, you like it or hate it, either or. We'll tell you our reviews here in a bit.
Yep.
First, the director was Patrick Wilson himself. And I think he directed the movie pretty well. Obviously, he is also the father in this movie, Josh Lambert. The son, Dalton Lambert, who is played by Ty Simpkins. Mm-hmm. Rose Byrne plays Renee Lambert, who is the mother. And then there's Andrew and Juliana, who plays Foster and Kelly Lambert. So, in this movie, they're not really that shown like that as much. But obviously, the mom and dad and Dalton are. And so, that's our cast. We have some others that are in and out, but we can explain that later on.
Okay.
The main people obviously are our Lambert family, and the two main people in general are Dalton and Josh. And so we can kind of go to box office and stuff, I think.
All right, so box office, opening weekend, it did get $32.6 million, which is damn good.
Pretty good for that type of movie.
Yeah, and especially with that budget. Mm-hmm. You're talking about a $16 million budget.
Yeah.
And you basically doubled it?
Doubled it, and that's opening weekend. Yeah. So they did a pretty darn good job, especially with this box office lately. I don't know if y'all been seeing it, but it's been kind of weak.
It has been.
Y'all need to go out and see these movies.
Yeah, seriously.
You got to see these movies.
Go outside, guys. Yeah. There's a lot out there. Like, don't get me wrong. These four corners are cool. I mean, these four walls are cool. Yeah. Your four walls are cool. But the outside is where it's at.
Go to the movies. And it does affect the movies. You think, even without the theaters, the quality would be the same. No, because now you just have to put it on a TV screen, not the big screen. So the quality is going to go down. The money that's put into these movies go down because you don't have to have as much on marketing, things of that nature. Right. So go support these movies because it will pay off with the same quality or better in our movies in the future. So please, guys, go support these movies.
And you don't get the same experience when you watch it on your laptop, on your phone, because everybody's watching everything on apps now,
Yeah.
And like the sound effects, just being there, the suspense. I mean, you're not going to have a good jump scare if you don't go to the movies.
No, I'm sure you've seen one movie, especially Infinity War, Marvel, Infinity War Endgame. I mean, you won't get that same experience at home like you did in the theaters watching it. So definitely support. But that was our script, guys. South.
All right,
you're explaining the box office and the budget, $16 million.
Yeah. So again, this is 10 years after everything. So I think that plays a big fact why a lot of people went this weekend to go watch it because they want to know what happened with the family.
For sure.
But Rotten Tomatoes gave this a 38%. IMDb gave it a 6 out of 10. Google users is 81%. The audience score is 70%. And then Donovan's rating for this movie is?
I gave it a 6 out of 10. I thought it started off really strong and then it kind of died to me towards the second and third act of the movie. And it was just like the suspense of it. We'll get into the spoilers on it, but I mean, we were sure you've seen the trailers, but there's a certain big bad that you're expecting. If you've seen the first and second movie, you've been waiting for this person for quite a while. So the fact that I feel like this big bad in the movie wasn't really portrayed in a good light. I mean, he was kind of in and out, it was kind of in and out. It was more of like a cameo, really. It wasn't really didn't really have a big role to play, honestly, and that was a big letdown for me. I mean, yeah, we know it's PG-13. Yeah, we weren't expecting blood and gore because it's a bunch of spirits and stuff. But at the same time, I felt like it was just a couple big jump scares. Like I said, the first act was good. Second and third act kind of died down. But overall, like I said, the directing was awesome. You can tell Patrick loves this universe. He loves everything he puts into these movies and stuff. So him as a director made perfect sense. And yeah, I thought it was awesome shots and everything. So 6 out of 10 for me.
Okay. I'm at a 7 out of 10, guys. 7 out of 10 because I did enjoy it. I did watch Insidious 1, but we're talking about 10 plus years or 10 years ago. It's been a while, or 8, I'm not sure. And then
Been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I think since 2010.
2010. So yeah, it's been more than 10 years. Yeah, I can't remember all that. And then I didn't see part 2. So watching this movie, I did enjoy the whole flashbacks and everything, showing parts from those other movies. You know, not spoiling anything. So to me, it was all new, and I sat there and enjoyed it. But the second act, third act, I felt like it died down. Like one, I think the last act they rushed it.
Oh,
to me,
they rushed it big time.
It felt real rushed. And like he said, the big main bad that you're expecting in the movie, I feel like they pulled a Mulan. Or Malum.
Oh, yeah, Malum.
Malum.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever they...
Yeah.
They didn't do much with what they could, like, but hey, it was a real awesome directed movie. The suspense. I went to the theater. Well, obviously we went to the theaters, and it just... Man, my boy was in there because I took my little boy with me. He loves scary stuff, though. He was sitting there... trying to cover his eyes because it's that excitement.
It's the music. It's everything. Yeah.
It's awesome. So I enjoyed it. But it's a 7 because I didn't like the ending. I felt it was rushed. I felt like they cut scenes. They jumped from scene to scene. And I was like, man, I wish they would have went a little more in depth. But maybe that's because I didn't catch part 1 and 2. You know, a refresher.
Right.
But yeah, so 7 out of 10 for me. Really enjoyed it. Patrick, you did your thing. Your acting was phenomenal. It got to me in the beginning, like 'cause it was me and my boy watching the movie, and I think you know why I say that. It kind of got to me because of the whole father and son thing, going to college and stuff. So I was like, oh man, what did I
looking into the future?
So it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It was a real good movie.
Yeah. Well, that's our ratings, guys. We're gonna have a spoiler review, obviously. So. You know, please stick around in the video. Like, comment, subscribe down below. And we'll catch you guys in the spoiler zone.
Yes, sir. Peace.